Well, Kelly, we're inside the new Civic, the 16 Civic. This is an EXL with the sensing package. This is the key to your car, if you'll take a handle on that. If you'll notice the key when you turn it up, you can see the buttons on here. So you have lock, unlock, remote start, your rear hatch, and the emergency button. You don't have a paddle key any longer, it's just you keep this in your pocket. There is a key inside here. If you pull the trigger a little bit here, pull that out, so there's a hard key to get in through the hard lock in the door and lock the glove box, say. But otherwise there's no need for a key. What you'll do here with this, and when the key is present, is put your right foot on the brake and touch the start button. And since it's so bloody hot in here, we'll get it cooled down as quickly as possible. And in order to get it cooled down as quickly as you can, what you do up here is you'd have the sunroof closed, right? So you push up in the center like this to vent it, leave it a crack like this, put the air on as cold as you like, in this case see where it's low, turn the fans up, because of filling we turn them down, and aim the air onto the inside of the cabin, so you're only cooling and recooling the air that you already have cooled down versus taking the 110 or what is it outside now? That's,
it says 73 in the shade.
Could possibly be.
I don't
Okay, it's more like 96 out there. Anyway, so you'd be taking hot air into the cabin trying to make cold air through this vent system. Otherwise, we're going to do this and cycle, cool, and recycle the air in the car and make it cooler. This would be the front windscreen where you would change the vent box here to scatter the air around the room versus putting it all on the windshield to blow away the mist if there were. This would be the rear window defogger, which has wires embedded in the glass, and that little part of the icon is the flag mirrors here on right and left. They have embedded wires you can't see. When this is on, those wires heat up and they melt away the mist. This would be power on and power off and fan control here. And then the auto setting here, this is one of my favorite settings in AC world right now. When you turn this on, the system will automatically keep track of whatever temperature you want. So it'll cool down as it gets cooler in the car and be less and less noise. Hear it going down? So you can kind of guess what the temperature in the car is right now by using it. It'll go off when you get there. So we're roughly around the 80s right now. So turn it back up here or down to make it cooler, so we don't have too much noise in the background. And then this is new. Touch this button and it brings up this screen where you can choose whatever fan speed you want, on and off with the compressor, and where you put the air, the mode button. Right now we have it on the face, but we'll put it on the face and foot so you can see the difference. Give a little more air flow through here, and just touch this to go back. Now if you notice, it says audio power off. So there's a new switch marker right there. If you'll touch that, please. That's going to turn on the power to the sound system. And above it, if you'll notice, there's a little switch right here. Touch that if you can. That's how you can adjust the brightness in here. If you notice, it goes from daylight here to nighttime to off. So it's a three-way switch. Okay. Once it's on daylight, you can adjust the brightness of it here, if you're quick enough. See a little bar move? And the second touch would bring it up on the nighttime, and the same thing applies. Now daytime use is obvious because you want all the bright light you can get. But at nighttime you might put it on the nighttime setting because the light washing in through the headlights coming your way would make it hard to see all this light running up through the bottom of your eyes. So the nighttime settings make it easier on your eyes at night to drive. Coming down, you've got the home button here. Home brings up these 8 categories of things we can deal with. Audio is obvious and phone is obvious. Then information would be gas mileage and other information. Settings we'll come back to, but that's how you get into the system. The Honda Link is an offering from Honda that connects you through Honda's website here, so you can get information on sales or say recalls or service notices. But it also uses the GPS connection in your phone to locate you in case there was an accident. It takes the coordinates longitude and latitude and lets the authorities know that at this point on the compass this person's had an accident, airbag's gone off, and there's no response from the driver. Smartphone connection, you can now put CarPlay or Android Auto into these phones, into these cars, and we'll come back to that also. AHA is another free offering from Honda, American Honda Audio, AHA. This is a system much like Pandora, only you download the music you want, song by song by song, or maybe find food and lodging nearby with the GPS. Or one of my favorite features is you could download a book into your iPhone, if you have an iPhone for instance, and have it played through the car. And then the app list here, another new feature with this system. Now you can go to a second screen, and with the Wi-Fi connection through your phone's Wi-Fi hotspot, now you can use these things when you're in park with the car parked and in parking brake on. Go back here. So bring these back up. Now we're going to go to settings here. Setting brings up all the categories as before that we can now make changes on. So the clock, info would be information for the lighting and the sound system. Camera would be these cameras. We have a right side camera on the window here. We have a camera overhead and one in the rear. We can change those. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections here. Sometimes you'll find that these systems can be off, so you go here and make sure that they're on in the car so that your phone will connect. Smartphone will come back to, but this is how you would connect your smartphone to the car. Up here is phone settings. You know, it sounds redundant, but this is how we make changes to the phone settings, like putting your phone into the system by pairing it. Audio, this would be sound, treble, bass, fade, balance, things like that. The system, how you would change volumes for different things, like the girl's voice that we hear all the time. You can lower her voice or raise her voice. And then vehicle settings. These are the detail settings, like changing how the gas meters would work. You know, you have trip A and trip B in your regular odometer.